proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
Workers from an old forge company will start work tomorrow morning trying to determine the size of a mine pit fire in Sugar Notch. Newswatch 16's been telling you about it since Sunday night. Tonight, Newswatch 16's Mark Davis reports the blaze has been controlled all week thanks to a dedicated group of volunteers.
What started out as a routine garbage fire Sunday night has turned into a nearly week-long battle for these volunteer firemen. Some taking time off from their jobs to be here, others giving up their free time. 17-year-old Mike McTavish and 17-year-old Joe Witkowski are taking time off from school to be here. The two high school seniors have only been firemen for a few months.
Got a family here. Don't want it to happen to them either. I like my house, like where I live. Want to stay here. You know, don't want another Centralia or nothing like that. You have to eventually move out. Plan on staying here the rest of my life, you know.
I'm concerned about the town and the people and all that, so I'm dedicating my time to help out to fight the fire.
Assistant Fire Chief Pat Mullen's been a fireman here for 5 years. He says many of the 21 active members of his department share a common belief that keeps him here.
Yeah, well, this is my town, too, and that's the reason I want to be a fireman, to help protect the town and that, because I really enjoy being a fireman, too.
The Sugar Notch volunteer firemen haven't been alone in their fight against this fire. They've been getting help from volunteer companies from all over the area. They say all the volunteers will be relieved once the fight against this fire is taken over by a construction company on Friday. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, Sugar Notch.
Newswatch 16 continues with some new bills, and one will have a direct impact on your budget.
Plus, our own meteorologist Tom Clark has his forecast, and that umbrella is still here.
I still have it. Kind of cold today, wasn't it?
A little bit.
You know, records show that today was the coldest day since the middle of May. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Meet me out back in just a few minutes. I'll tell you if the weekend looks any better.
Richard Harris is on a deadly manhunt for revenge tomorrow.
A couple of new state laws to tell you about tonight. One will make it easier for teenagers between the ages of 16 and 18 to go from one job to the next. Instead of getting a new work permit for each job, the new law that takes effect in 60 days will allow work permits to be transferred from one employer to the next. Now, the other law takes effect immediately. It has to do with utilities and the rates they want to charge us. They can no longer file for more than one rate increase at a time. Utilities now have to wait until the State Public Utility Commission decides one case before they can file for the next increase.
Let's go outside and talk to Tom about the weather. What about it, fella?
Well, it's wet now in the backyard. It's been a while since I stood outside here in the rain, at least a couple of weeks. You know, in fact, tonight, this is a cold rain, no doubt about that. Up on Mountaintop, it almost sounded like there were bits of ice mixed in. And it's no wonder, because you only have to go up a couple thousand feet tonight to find temperatures at the freezing mark. But down on the ground now, it's getting wet. The temperature in my backyard currently stands at 49. Humidity 55%. The wind is from the southeast at 5, and the barometer is now holding steady. The range in temperature today, only 52 for the high, 43 the low. Record low 30 set back in 1947, 86, 84 years ago. And there is always traffic along Route 11 in Clark Summit, and tonight was no exception. Okay, there's the Newswatch 16 color satellite picture just in. Look at all the clouds over Pennsylvania. It is now raining in Bradford, McKean County, with a temperature of 34 degrees. I mean, it is close to being snow in the elevations tonight. Now, speaking of rain, as much as 5 inches has fallen down in Miami as a result of Tropical Storm Isidore, now creeping up the eastern shore of Florida. And that storm now producing wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Some of that moisture will begin to work its way up the coast over the coming weekend. Now, we have a jet stream wind that is jet stream winds now quite a bit south over the country, and that will keep us on the cold side of normal temperature-wise through the weekend, so keep the jackets handy. 93 in San Francisco this afternoon. Very unusual, and indeed that broke a record. Now here's my forecast coming up for the rush hour tomorrow morning. It will indeed be cold and wet. Rain is likely. Keep your umbrella by your side. 43 in Montrose. Keep it over your head. That'll help. 45 Exeter. McAdoo about 43. Lewisburg 46 degrees. Farragut only about 45 tomorrow morning. Now, during the day tomorrow, damp, raw, chilly, pale, bleak. Rain off and on into the afternoon hours. Temperatures at the Bloomsburg Fair only 54. Shawnee, Frackville, Jersey Shore, Clark Summit, and Ulster not too far from 50 in the afternoon. Sunrise and sunset occurring at these times tomorrow, 6:59, and the sun sets at 6:50. Now, the rain tonight, rain tomorrow, dry Saturday, some sunshine at 57, not too bad on Sunday, kind of cloudy on Monday. But Karen and Nolan, I want you to know that I had to make a very long-distance phone call to keep that rain away this weekend, okay?
A real long-distance one, huh? Boy, you've got connections,
The
fella.
company will pay for it, it's okay.
Yeah, that's what you think, Tom.
Yeah, they don't have the bill yet, do they?
I'll see it deducted, I'm sure.
Thanks,
Okay.
Tom. Our own very much Joe Zone is next with 3 days and 3 teams still alive.
Plus, one of Penn State's concerns in the Texas game.
Enjoy the greatest show on earth.
And now the story of 3 teams with 3 days left. Here's our storyteller, Mr. Joe Zone.
How about just 2 teams now?
Okay.
One of them was eliminated tonight. The California Angels were knocked out, so it's Minnesota, Kansas City. And a chance for the Twins to move to within a game of first place tonight, but they couldn't do it. They did get the lead early against Kansas City. You recognize this? It's a home run, and Minnesota leads 1-0. And then another home run right here. Bang, goodbye, this one's out of here. The Twins up 2-0. Now, they went in tonight a game and a half behind first place Kansas City. But Cleveland gets a home run from Jamie Quirk, his first as an Indian. 3-2, the final score. Cleveland beats Minnesota, and now they are 2 full games back with 3 to play. California was in it. They were 2.5 back going in tonight, but they lost this game. This is Reggie Jackson with a home run to deep center field. You saw that one get out of here, and that gave California 1-0 lead. But then Ned Yost with a home run late in the game to break a 1-1 tie, 2-1. The final score, Texas eliminates California tonight. Check the board. Here's what it means. Minnesota loses to Cleveland 4-3, so they're 3 back, 3 to play. Texas knocks off California. They are out of it. Yankees beat Detroit. Winfield and Mattingly remain dead even. 3.41 for the batting title. Shirley got the win, by the way. Boston knocked off Baltimore. Final score there, 4-3. We have got one of the biggest Friday nights of the high school season coming up tomorrow night. John Evans looks at the Super 16 teams in action tomorrow night.
The biggest game of the week, and so far, the biggest game of the year. Number 1, Mount Carmel, and number 2, Berwick. Both teams undefeated. This one is the Super 16 game of the week. Number 3, North Pocono will be at Scranton Prep in a Big 11 conference matchup. Number 5, Wyoming area travels to number 14, Pottsville in an Eastern Conference game. Number 7, Honesdale will be at home in a Suburban Conference matchup with Montrose. Number 9, Nanticoke, who beat Hazleton last week, will travel to Bishop Hoven. Number 10, Valley West will try and rebound from their first loss of the year to Wyoming area. They'll be at Myers. Number 11, South Williamsport will host Jersey Shore. And number 15, Lehighton, the newcomer to the Super 16 this week, will travel to Pleasant Valley. Add them all up, 10 teams are in action Friday night, 5 teams will go Saturday and Saturday night, and number 13, Bloomsburg, is off this week. John Evans, Newswatch 16 Sports.
Needless to say, Mount Carmel Berwick is the Super 16 game of the week. We'll have a preview of that one. The conference champ comes out of that game, you know. That'll be tomorrow night. All right, Penn State, Texas. Coming up Saturday, you think of that Texas team, you think run, run, run. Well, Penn State coach Joe Paterno says this team can do more.
Against Auburn, they appear to have made up their minds they're going to have better balance between the run and the pass, and they really used the pass game extremely well and very effectively. And their quarterback is a good quarterback. Their wideouts ran good routes, and I was surprised at how well their offensive line pass blocked.
My prediction, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Who cares, right? Don't forget that you can see the game live. Yeah, I know, make a point, everybody be there. You can see the game live here Saturday, beginning at 12:30. Later on, it'll be Notre Dame and Missouri. Okay, the fish and game forecast for tomorrow. The best time, if you really are serious, is 5:30. In fact, 5:30 both times looks real good tomorrow.
Sure does.
We want you to know that we care about your prediction, and we'll be here to listen for it.
Well, you have to be.
Yeah.
That's true.
Captive audience.
You're forced, yeah. Leave the handcuffs, we'll let you go right after the show.
I'm still interested.
Okay.
Newswatch 16 Update Video Zoo is next with a treat for your ears.
We'll have the TV debut of Sharon Ward and her singing ducks. It'll quack you up in just a moment. Well, we sure hope you were with us earlier tonight at 6 because, well, we told you about Sharon Ward and her group of performing pigs at the Bloomsburg Fair. Well, it seems we left out some other bits and pieces of her show, such as the part where she and a friend sing their rendition of Old McDonald's Farm. This is a good time of night for a bit of song from our friends down at the farm.
Ducky Parton, are you ready to sing Old MacDonald? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a there, here a, there a, everywhere a. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Ducky Parton.
Well, folks, we've always said this show is for the ducks. I don't know. It's all quacked up when it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was all
that
quacked
stuff.
up, yeah.
Oh, my friends, that is Newswatch 16 Update for this evening.
ABC's Nightline is next.
For the entire team, thank you for being with us.
Good night.